Hi, good morning. This is Ali. Now, we are going to discuss in the session types of digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, altcoins, and stable coins. First of all, started from Bitcoins. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that can be transferred on peer-to-peer Bitcoin network. Bitcoin transactions are verified by network nodes through cryptography and record in public distributed ledger called a bit blockchain. blockchain. The cryptocurrency was invented in 2008 by unknown person or a group of people using name Satoshi Nakamoto. The currency began used in 2019. When it's implemented was released as open source software. Bitcoin are created as reward of for process known as a mining. They can exchange for the currencies, product, and services. Bitcoin has been criticized for its use in illegal transaction, the large amount of electricity, and thus carbon footprint used by mining, price of volatility, and thefts from exchange. Some investors and economists have criticized it is has a structural bubble of various time. Others have used it is as invest, although several regulatory agencies have used investors alerts about the Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been described as economic bubble by at least eight Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences lectures and literatures, including Robert Scheller, Joseph Stiglitz, and Richard Taylor. Journalists, economists, investors, and Central Bank of Estonia have voiced concern that Bitcoin is Ponzi scheme. The word Bitcoin was defined in a white paper published on 31st December 2008. It is a compound of word bit and coin. No uniform convention for Bitcoin capitalization exists. Some sources use Bitcoin capitalized to refer to technology and network, and Bitcoin works for unit of account. The Wall Street Journal and Chronicle of Higher Education and Oxford English Dictionary advocate the use of lowercase Bitcoin in all cases. Few local and national government are officially using Bitcoin in some capacity, with two currencies, EI Salvador and Central African Republic, adopting it as a legal tender. Design of BitCurrency and units visibility. The unit of account of the Bitcoin system is a Bitcoin currency code for responding Bitcoin or BTC and XBTC. The Unicode character 1 Bitcoin is divisible to 8 decimal places. Units for small amount of Bitcoin or million Bitcoins, and BTC equal to 1 divided by 1000 Bitcoin. And Satoshi sat, which is smallest possible divisions, and name is homage to Bitcoin creator representing 1 divided by 100 million Bitcoin, and 100K Satoshi are 1 MBT3. Here is the blockchain to see the plan. How can block 10, block 11, block 2? Here is previous data structure of the block in ledger, number of Bitcoin transactions per month, similar algorithm, the number of unexpected transactions outputs. The Bitcoin blockchain is a public ledger that records Bitcoin transactions. It is implemented as a chain of blocks, each block containing a cryptographic hash of the previous block up to a ginsec block in the chain. A network of communicating nodes running Bitcoin software maintains the blockchain. The transaction of the firm pure X cents Y Bitcoins to pay Z are broadcast to this network using readily available software applications. Network nodes can validate transactions and them to their copy of ledger and then broadcast these ledgers additions addition to the requirements. And here is the broadcast ledger additions to the other nodes to achieve independent verifications of the chains of ownership. Each network node stores an own copy of the blockchain at varying intervals of time, averaging to 10 every 10 minutes. A new group of accepted transactions called a block is created, added to a blockchain, and quickly published to all nodes without requiring central oversight. This allows Bitcoin software to determine when a particular Bitcoin was spent, which is needed to prevent double spend. A conventional ledger record the transfer of actual bills or promissory notes that exist apart from it, but blockchain is only place that Bitcoins can said to exist in the form of offset of the transactions, individual blocks, public address transactions with blocks and can be examined using blockchain exploring needed. Now going to verify and discuss the transactions. Transactions are defined to using a fork-like scripting language. Transactions consist of one of more inputs and one of more outputs. When spends user sends Bitcoin, the user designates each address and amount of Bitcoin being sent to that address in an output that prevent double spending. Each inputs referred to a previous offset output in the blockchain. The usage of multiple inputs corresponds to the use of multiple chains in cash transactions. Since transactions can have a multiple outputs, users can send bitcoins to multiple recipients in one transactions. As in cash transaction, the sum of inputs coins used to pay can exceed and extend some of the payments. In such such case, additional outputs use returning the range blockchain to the pair. Any input Satoshi is not accounted for. The transaction output become the transactions through the transaction fee are optional. Miners can choose which is transactions to the process and purchase those that are pay higher fees. Miners may choose transactions based on the fee paid relative to their storage size, not absolute amount of money paid as a fee. These fees are generally measured in the Satoshi per byte, SAT per byte. The size of transaction is depending on the number of inputs used to create transactions and number of outputs. The block and chain were originally limited to 32 megabytes inside the block chain size. The block size limit of 1 megabyte was introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2010. Eventually, the block size limit of 1 megabyte created programs for transactions processing, such as increasing transactions fees and delayed processing transactions. Andros Atomos has started Lightning Network as a potential scheduling solutions and referring to Lightning as a second layer routing the network. Thank you so much. Today, the session of Bitcoin is still continue in next session. We're going to end. Please hope you will be join us in next session. Have a good day. Be safe, stay safe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.